This is a spoiler. If you've not seen the legendary battle, either check it online because it's now in English online, or waiting for a few weeks until it's on in America. But yeah, this is the Legend War. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not going to say it's amazing. It is possibly the worst Power Ranger episode I have seen in a very long time, and I am very disappointed in this. After hearing this for 2 years and even having JDF say this is going to be epic, this was a massive letdown, and I think a massive kick in the face to all Ranger fans. I'll explain why at the very end. It opens up with destruction. You have people trapped under stuff, and you have people trapped in lifts, and you hear a dog. The dog's first, then the lift, then the guy underneath this massive big girder or big metal support thing. It starts with Carter and Diana running straight in and helping this guy, pushing the thing out, and she says everything's gonna be fine. And then you see the cool effect where you have the helmet. So they decided not to add in those little bit extras of like the fighting stuff that you saw Jaden and Casey in Jungle Fury and in Samurai. That's one, forgot about that. So you don't see that at all. You just see the helmets, which would have been cool to have at the very end. So thanks for the editing guys not putting that in all the time. You guys are a star. Then you got Leo. He runs in. To be honest, he helps a dog, and it's really annoying because one thing literally that everyone's gonna hate is the fact he goes like, no problem, what's your name? And you get, oh, what's your names? And then he just goes, oh, this is Mike and Bigsby or something. And he goes, nice names. And then runs off. And it's just, that smile is creepy to me. And I'm like, what the hell? Then you've got TJ and Cassie. They pretty much open the lift doors and they help the guys out of the lift, which is a cool thing. And you know, they have like more like, you're safe, don't worry, we're here to help, which is cool. Now this is the one thing I really hate, and I'm going to be talking about this at the end. So you have a car that's kind of up and down, and you've got a kid. Now normally, by weight of physics and law and gravity, should I say not physics, or physics same, you have this kid in the car and he's screaming for help. And on the top, you have his, you have like the luggage and stuff, and he's in the back, and your car would go over, I'm sorry, the car would just fall off. No, Tommy lands on and he is in white, and you think, yeah, White Ranger, oh yeah. And the kid's like, no, I'm not gonna help, you know, I'm too scared. What does it remind you of? Because I think it reminds me of this.
Hey buddy, it's okay. It's alright. Hey, look. Just a normal guy. Right? You wanna hold on to this? Hold my mask. Alright.
Jack, climb now!
I can't!
Yes, you can! Put it on! The mask! It's gonna make you strong. Jack, trust me. Put it on. There you go. That's it. That's it, buddy. That's it. Okay, now climb. Come on, Jack! Do me a favor, a little faster, okay, bud? You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
It's a Spider-Man theme. It's Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man. Tommy then turns around as the kid's scared and he goes, here, grab this, and it's Saba. And you think, okay, well, he's gonna come back as the White Ranger. So the kid starts safety, he's like, come on, you've done a good job, yeah, let's go, woo! And that's it. Again, it just felt like they weren't delivering the lines. I know people are gonna love JDF's stuff, but listening to Leo and then now Tommy, they're kind of like similar. It's not a good tone in the voice. Could be wrong, and people might like it. The Rangers get up, Jake goes to Noah, and then this is weird because when Emma gets up and she's looking around, you've got literally Gia screaming at her, and if you put some cheese there, she's screaming at cheese, but she's like, Emma, Emma, and then the camera's like, yeah, and then Emma has to walk over to her or stuff, and then they give hugs, and then they looks like they're climbing out of nothing. It's a bit weird. There are people all around this fire trash can, and they're saying, hey, look, you know, the Rangers are gone, what are we gonna do? Is everything gonna be safe? You got Wes and Damien just standing there going, you think, what? Then again, more people say, are the Rangers gone? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna be safe? You've got Corone just standing there, smiling. Now, I think it'd be funny if she's like, yeah, I remember when I was evil, I tried this, and it works. Memories. Fun memories. You have like the others kind of meet up. Noah meets up with Emma and Gia, and they're like talking, and then Troy, for some strange reason, just like, goes to talk to him saying like, I'm sorry about your Zords, something's going on, this is the darkest hour. And Troy's like, girls are coming, hide. And that's it. It's like, what the hell? They have more pep talks about the whole, like, the world being fine and stuff, and the legendary rangers believing in them, etc, etc, which is cool. Then they see a ship coming. It's Orion, who wouldn't know. And Emma-san's really happy when Orion's there. She's like, Orion! Literally, he's saying, oh, I'm back, I couldn't leave you guys. So what's going on next? And they go, we're going to fight in the morning. Ooh, it's a busy morning for them. It wasn't, to be honest, it was a really nice shot they did for this. It panned, it did really well. Again, not the best. They do the same thing as Gokaija, where the bad guy's like, we're going to destroy you, and then the people are cheering, and then suddenly you see the Rangers, and they're like, yeah, we're walking, you're not going to take us, blah, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. And then they start fighting. Now, it looks like they just used episode 1 in the last episode, and it was like, really, guys? Really? Why would you do that? After a while, the bad guy uses the Armada ship cannons and then just blasts them. And the Rangers are like, what the hell do we do? So Orion and Troy, they go like, well, hang on a minute. We're going to go to the other ship and we're going to take them out. They run and they run up there. They run by, everyone's like, whoa, yeah! So they jump into Orion's ship, which is Basco's ship because it's the same footage, and they fly around, they hit the ship, and they go in, and they say, how does it feel to be invaded or conquered or whatnot? And then they start attacking because they're going up to the bridge. They start attacking, blah, 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 which is fine. And the Emperor turns around and says, look, I'm going to sit down and I'm not going to do anything, and you guys can attack me and I'm just going to beat you. And he just like, you're like, whoa, son! Orion goes gold mode, and then starts kind of like distracting him after the Emperor's beaten the crap out of them beforehand. And Dory sits at the ship and then programs it and shoots the whole Armada down. Meanwhile, the people are fighting down, the Rangers are fighting, and then when this guy looks around, he's like, whoa, what the hell? That's when they use the super mega cannon, boom, kill him. Done. When they're firing the cannon, he's obviously firing shots, and the effect for that was quite cool, with with the suits coming off as particles. That was quite cool, I think. I would like to know how they did that effect. Back on the ship, after everyone's like, yeah, the fleet is now destroyed, the Emperor just goes for it and just keeps battling them and hitting them. At this point, the Emperor's out the window, he's like, okay, I'm going to defeat you, come on guys. And then they turn around and say, we're just going to blast the console, and they use a super weapon blast. Things blow up, they kind of turn around, turn it on him. Orion kind of runs at him, impales him with his spear, kind of, in a way. And then they pull out and they do like the finisher, the BAM bullets, the ultimate Gokai slash or Super Megaforce slash attack things, and boom, hits and dies. As this, then you see the ship coming down. It's literally falling apart because there's no fleet. There is nothing anymore, and it's just falling down. And the Rangers, you've got Troy and you've got Orion, and they're coming down on the gliders. Now, they kind of wobble, but I'm guessing that's because they've had to come down quite fast and they're slowing down, but they're still doing it. They jump off and they do a perfect landing, and it's like, yep, they get up and walk. But they had to include space at some point, because lo and behold, they could not have done it on any other one where they used other modes. Why didn't they use space? It would have been more impressive if they did, but no, they had to save it for this last scene as they walk. When they're walking towards the others, they demorph in a really nice way, and I like it. It's like a particle effect. It's such, and it's actually quite cool. I've got to admit, some of the effects in Super Megaforce have been quite cool. Exports come, and this is the part where everyone is so excited. Exports are a massive army, and the Rangers are like, well, how are we going to defeat them? There are too many. They turn around, and that's pretty much it. And then Jake says something that annoys me. They all look around, and then it's like you've got all the Rangers and they're kind of waiting. And Jake's like, who were they? You've transformed into them constantly all the way through? Why? Why all of a sudden are you changing this? So they all list everything. They start saying things. So the teams that you see close-ups are Mighty Morphing, Zeo Turbo, Lost Galaxy, nice names, Wild Force, Dino Thunder, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Jungle Fury, Ninja Storm, and Samurai. No and behold, they don't talk about the other ones. Again, it wouldn't take that long, and it would be nice to see these shots. They show off this quick shot of everyone on this kind of like on this like ridge, and when pausing it, you can see pretty much all the teams. Well, most of all the teams, shall we say. I'm confused why they didn't put in the Purple Wolf, Gold Zeo, the Rhino Ranger, but don't worry guys, the Japanese have covered it in the fight, which you'll see. The Rangers are really excited to meet them. Rangers are really happy to see the legendary Rangers. As we walk up, they take their helmets off and they hold it, and it's a really nice slow motion type thing, so you can see all the people that were called to go all the way to to New Zealand to actually get this sorted. And they fixed Tommy's helmet in post. The Green Ranger one, not the White Ranger. What the hell was that about, guys? Continuity! Who gives a crap in this anymore? Not the people who make it. Everyone excited again because they see the faces, and Troy says, I had a dream about this, and Gia's going, like, yeah, we wouldn't believe you anyway, after the stuff that we've seen. More pep talk from Tommy, Wes, and Cassie, which is quite nice, saying, you know, they've been, you know, they're proud of them, you know, they're honoured to fight by their side. And they morph, they don't do the whole, like, transformation, they just pretty much just go, it's morphing time, and then the Rangers put the helmets on. They pretty much mixed Gokaiger footage with American footage, and to be honest, it didn't mix at all, guys. I'm sorry, but this was a major letdown for 2 minutes. When they mixed the footage, they didn't really do it that well, and they just pretty much, you saw Rangers that never existed in this, or even in the lineup when they've all standing there. You had pretty much Die Rangers there, and yeah, it was such a massive letdown. One thing that annoyed me the most, and in Vrak is back, Robo Knight, and they say this, they say that Robo Knight has sacrificed his life and given it to Orion.
So what happened to you, Orion?
It was amazing. My mind was foggy and I could tell it was slipping away, but then there he was.
Robo Knight?
The underwater base was exploding, but he came for me. I was barely awake, but I saw him. He sacrificed his own life force and transferred it to me. He may be gone, but I carry his energy inside. He will always be with me.
He'll always be with all of us.
Robo Knight was a true warrior, and so are all of you, Rangers. You finally destroyed Vrak and saved the Earth. Robo Knight would be as proud of you all as I am. His 6th Ranger powers live on in the Silver Ranger, and together you'll defeat the Armada once and for all.
Robo Knight turns up. Troy turns around and says, it's nice to see you, old friend. And Robo Knight goes, it's good to be back.
Hello, old friend.
Glad to be back.
I don't know why they put him in that scene, because it was stupid, and I'm sorry, it really angered me because they made all this fuss of Robo Knight dying in Vrak is Back Part 2.
He sacrificed his own life force and transferred it to me. He may be gone, but I carry his energy inside.
And he's back for one clip.
Hello, old friend.
Glad to be back.
Doesn't make sense. Again, they had one job. In the scene, you then see Ninja Storm and Cocker Ranger joining forces together as they do, doing the ninja stuff. And then suddenly, when you see the Green Samurai Ninja Storm Ranger, I'm just gonna make sure, because if I say Green Samurai, it could mean the other one. You hear Tommy's what the hell? So does that mean he is now that Ranger? Someone in that department really messed up. The battle is it, so Tommy's walking towards the Rangers, and again the effects guys didn't pay any attention because you see the silver stripe on the Green Ranger helmet, and in the next scene it's covered up. And again, they didn't do much with that one because it's the wrong colour. It's like a dark green and doesn't blend in. Tommy then turns around and says, "It's thanks very much," shakes the Red Ranger's hand, steps back, puts the helmet on, they do the whole turn into light and go off into space. The Rangers are happy, they're talking about it's finally over, and they're happy that everything's done. They've all fallen over because of the blast of the Rangers turning into light and going off into space, and they just fall on the ground, and that's it. Gia kisses Jake, so they finally finished that arc, so you know that they're going to get together, but as they don't like giving explanations, it's been implied. She links arms with him and they all walk off. Troy then picks up, brings out the Super Megaforce saber and then sticks it in the ground and they walk off. At this point you see Gia and Jake kind of like apart from each other, but then they hold hands and you can briefly see it and they walk off, and then that's it. That's the end of the episode. So, what have we learned from this? If you don't like the season and you're not working on it to the fullest, you don't give a crap and you'll just put anything out. I don't care if you are restricted to timelines, you make sure it's perfect. The Legendary War was a massive letdown, no hands down. The worst I've ever seen out of Power Rangers. It was a bad mix of footage. It didn't make sense. There was no point to it. This should have happened at the end, having all the legendary Rangers and then moving it onwards that way. That would have been the most amazing thing in the world. I can't believe they messed up with effects, and I can't believe they messed up with the sound as well. So they put Tommy as the Green Samurai Ranger. What the hell was all that about? Was that because they didn't have enough Dragon Ranger footage to actually do that? To actually have it in there to actually do things? So they thought, we'll put it anywhere, no one will care. Robo Knight.
Hello, old friend. Glad to be back.
Oh, Robo Knight, why? Why would you have Robo Knight back? You did the whole perfect ending to him and setting him off, and then having him back, you don't need to put him in there. You could have had another Ranger. You could have had, in fact, maybe Tommy coming in and kicking, and then suddenly you have Troy going, thank you very much, and he's saying, no problem, I'm helping you. It doesn't make sense. It's just idiocy. Whoever wrote that in, well, should get a slap and go, no, don't. Oh, that was very violent. It's just things like that that really got to me. Rangers then turning into light and then disappearing. What was that about? Seriously, there is no issues on this. They don't need to. They could have just walked away and faded off into the background. No one would have known. You know, or they could have just walked off and then the camera could have panned to the other Rangers going, wow, that was amazing. Just not turning into light and killing yourself effectively. You know, no, this means that, and I will say this in another video when we do this, finish this one, it just means that there's no more Power Rangers. They are off in space or just turned into energy. They can't come back, you can't have any really good team-ups. And then the ending, you have not concluded anything. You have just left it because you can't be bothered filming that little extra scene. What happens with Jake? We know about Jake and Gia now, fine, they're off, they are having in a relationship. What about Orion? How is he going to get back to his planet? You know, what about all these little things? It just, it doesn't make sense whatsoever, and it feels like they really can't be bothered, and it was just, feck it all. Who gives a crap about this? It's just the end of the season. So that's pretty much it. If you've seen the Legendary War, did you like it? Did you hate it? What could you have done to make it better? Pop your comments in down below. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yeah Games. And as always, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in a bit.